Hello everyone. Welcome to a new video. Welcome to a new episode. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I have a new microphone, and today we're going to be talking about queen mindset. Embodying the queen that you are, embodying the goddess that you are. So I just wanted to really speak about this because I think, as I already spoke about many times, we are conditioned, we are programmed to really live from the state of victim, to really like hidden a little bit of who we are. It's like we can't be that big, we can't be a queen, we can't be god, we can't be a goddess, we can't be a royalty, because that's maybe like that's too much. Maybe that will make people mad, because maybe people that don't have a really recognition of who they are, they're going to think, no, who does she think she is? Why does she think and see herself as a queen and as a goddess when I'm seeing myself as a victim? Why is she doing that? Why is she so lucky to be in that state and I can't be? And so we kind of like grew up with this feeling and this programming, like, don't be too much, like, no, don't think so highly about yourself, that's cocky, that's not good, you have to be humble, you have to be all of that. And it's true, I do value humbleness, and I do think it's so beautiful to be humble in a way that you recognize the beauty and the value and the power in everyone. Like, you don't think you are better than anyone. I think there's this misconception that if you think about yourself, if you see yourself in this high lens, if you see yourself as a queen, as a goddess, then that means that you think you are better than the others. Then that means that you are like, you don't want to do anything and you just want slaves all around you. And this is just such a misconception, especially for me, because whenever I think about a queen and a goddess or an empress, what I think is someone that is leading her own life, that is taking responsibility, that is treating everyone with the same love and grace, that is actually seeing in the others the power that she holds. All the masters that came in this life, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, all of them, they all came here not to tell you I'm better than you, like, look what you could have been doing, but no, you can't because I'm way too special, God chose me. No, they all showed us that this is who we are. They all showed us everything that they were doing and that they were being. This is who we are. This is what we are also possible of doing. Literally today I was reading this from one of the books that I'm reading, called In Conversations with God, where he was saying that God was speaking, being channeled through the author, that every master that really was connected with the source, like Jesus and Buddha and Krishna, they all were here just showing you and remembering of your grandiosity, of who you truly are and what are you capable. Everything, all the miracles that Jesus did, you are possible to make them. Like, it's your nature. They were just showing you, and all the time they were showing everyone that is who they were. And so I just wanted to tell you that this queen mindset is not about being cocky. It's not about having slaves around you and thinking that you are better than everyone, and thinking that, like, you are just superior and that you were chosen. Everyone was chosen. So that's why I don't believe, oh, I was a chosen one from God. Like, everyone is chosen in their own specific path, in their own specific experiences. Everyone is the source energy. Everyone is God experiencing himself. So they are going to experience different things, different life, and nothing is better than the other. Like, a life of truly abundance and wealth, it is officially, like, we know that is like better and that is in line with actually the source energy, but that doesn't mean that you're better than someone that is living in a victim mindset and limitedness in their life. So I just wanted to state that embodying this mindset of a queen is actually recognizing that you are a leader of your own life, that you are here to lead your life, and by that you are leading by example, and by that you are also showing, and when you are remembering who you are, when you're remembering your god nature, when you are remembering that God lives within you and that you are a queen and that you are a goddess, you're actually inspiring the others to also remember that that is who they are. And you're actually, everything that you are experiencing, every timeline, every new manifestations that you are living, the abundance, the freedom, the expression that you desire to live, and when you truly allow yourself to live that, you're showing the others that this is also available to them. Like, this is what they could do, like they could be that, and they can make everything that you're doing. So for me, all the time, having this queen mindset is actually really embodying these qualities of a leader of the truth. So I am channeling always the truth. I want to be a voice of God. I want to be a voice of the source. So this means that it's not about being better than anyone. It's actually just remembering who you are and honoring that and honoring your true authenticity. So for you to really claim this mindset of a queen, as I said, it's not about being cocky. It's actually the opposite of it. It's actually you remembering who you are and remembering that everyone is God, everyone is the source, and actually everyone is you pushed out. Everything that you are experiencing on your reality is happening in your consciousness. So the reality is you itself. So when you are living as a queen, this mindset that you need to activate, that you need to remember, is that you are responsible for your own reality, that the reality is who you are, and that reality is at your command. So living from the state of a goddess, so you're not waiting for someone, right? You're not waiting for something outside and for the reality to dictate you who you are, and to dictate you what you are recognizing as truth or not, and to dictate any stories that you are agreeing on. You are the one that is making all those choices and all those decisions, and that is being a queen. That is being a goddess. Is actually recognizing that sometimes you are avoiding your own responsibility, including myself. I already was there. And really remembering that I am the one calling the shots. I am the one choosing if something happens, a circumstance happens in my reality that I don't really like that much. I'm the one that is deciding a meaning about that. I'm the one that is choosing that this means either something positive or negative about me, or I can rather just look at it with neutrality and just keep focusing on what I want and what I prefer. I was actually reading today as well this sentence that was, the healing is in accepting everything and then choosing the best for you. And this made a lot of sense for me, because a lot of times we get the clarity of what we want, but then we are still fighting against the things that we don't want. And actually, in the fact, what is happening, we're putting and we're channeling all source energy into what we don't prefer, and we are just amplifying it, and we are just making it more visible and expanding in my reality. But the moment you accept everything there is, the moment you accept like the things that you don't prefer, so you just accept it, and you know that you, being a god and a queen, you have the choice and the decision to actually choose what's the best for you. You actually have the choice to choose what you prefer. So you don't have to waste energy on what you don't prefer. You can simply accept it with neutrality, knowing that it's part of the wholeness, knowing that it's here, so you're able to experience the contrast, so you actually know what you want. If you never experience the contrast, if you never experience, like for example, hate, you wouldn't know what love is. So everything exists for a reason, and coming into peace with that, and knowing and just focusing in choosing what's best for you, and not fighting against anything that is not in alignment with what you truly prefer. So this is a big thing. If you could just accept right now, even the things in your reality that you're not preferring right now, maybe if you could look at it without judgment and you just accept it, and now you just choose what you prefer. You just choose to pay attention to what you prefer. You just choose to start living internally, because the reality is internal. Everything is just you pushed out. You are just living in your own mental rehearsal, in your own consciousness. So if you start actually living everything that you prefer internally, the physical world has no choice but to magnify that and to feedback you that and to mirror that. So this is the first stage. You have to stop judging, start accepting, and just choose what's the best for you with full responsibility, with full audacity, freedom, because you're the queen and the goddess of your reality. So there is no limits. And this is another important point of this queen mindset, is knowing that there is no limits. And I know that our mind is always going to limit us, and that's okay. That's part of it, again, of looking at our mind with neutrality, having a healthy relationship with your mind, understanding that you are the consciousness, and the consciousness is commanding the mind and the body. It's not the other way around, as many people say. When the consciousness decides and you make a conscious decision, the mind and the body, they have to follow, because you are the master. And a lot of people just suffer, and one of the biggest reasons of suffering in our reality is people are being ruled by their own mind. They are allowing their thoughts to completely master their life instead of themselves. And yeah, of course, it feels terrible. I've been there. It feels really disempowering, because we are not tapping into our own power. We are not remembering that we have the power to actually make conscious decisions and make choices. So this is another thing that is very important. Whenever you have, as I was saying, stories coming up to your mind, or like circumstances are happening in your reality, your mind is going to make a lot of judgments, and your mind is going to tell you that this means that, this means that I'm not good enough, this means that I will never be able to do that. It will tell you many stories, but you are the one, as a queen and as a goddess, you are the one that can choose that if you are making that mean something or not. And you are the one that is going to choose if you're going to focus on that story or not, and make it amplify and make it bigger and make it a reality even more. So every time the mind is doing its job, as it is thinking and questioning, you are the one that can choose either if you continue putting energy into that thought, into that story, because you have to question if it's in alignment with the best of for you and for your own reality or not. So this is being in your power. This is about self-mastery. And when I think about queen mindset and a goddess, she has self-mastery, she has emotional maturity, she has a healthy relationship with her mind. When she knows that she's, the microphone was off, let me see. So as I was saying, when you recognize that you need to live this life, and it's so much more fun when we have this self-mastery and this self recognition of who we are, this emotional maturity. This means, for me, the self-mastery, it means that you are the one that is observing everything that is happening inside of you, and everything that seems that is happening outside of you. Even though there is no outside, everything is actually happening within us. Even the physical world that we think is outside is happening within us. Oops. Everything is actually always happening within us. But having that self-mastery in that emotional maturity is having an observation, is being an observer, is actually looking at it with compassion, with neutrality, and knowing that you are the one, as I said before, that you call the shot. So you are the one that make it mean something. You are the one that focus on it or not. You are the one that chooses that as a story, or make it mean something about you. You are the one that chooses right now what is the reality. You are the one that chooses right now what is the version of you, what is the identity that you're living now. And you might say, but no, look, outside I'm not a millionaire. In my bank account I don't have €1,000,000. So how can I be internally in a mindset of a millionaire? How can I be internally living the reality that I'm a millionaire? You can. You can, because the bank account is just delay. It's just showing you previous stories, previous assumptions, the reality that you're choosing in the past. But now, because you are the leader of reality, reality is waiting for your command. You are the one that is going to be like, you know what? Now I choose to live in the reality where I'm a millionaire. internally. I choose to know that I'm one with everything there is. I choose to know that there is nothing that is outside of me. I choose to know that reality gets to be easy. I choose to know that manifestation is easy. I choose to know that I'm an instant manifester. I choose to know that I have access to everything. I choose to know that I don't have to chase anything, and the more I try, the more I pull it away. The more I'm chasing, the more I'm wanting, the more I'm like, wanting it so bad, the more I'm saying and I'm choosing internally that I don't have it yet, that I'm not that yet. So the moment you understand that you are the one leading in front and that the physical world is going after you, the moment you understand that when you make a decision, you are now in that timeline, that you are now in that reality. And maybe you are looking around and be like, no, but I'm not. See, the reality outside didn't change. Don't wait for the external reality to give you a confirmation of anything. You have to understand the reality is internally. You stay there. You stay there because you know that's the truth. You stay there because you know that's where the soul within you is calling you. It's calling you to experience those realities. The queen, the goddess within you wants to experience the reality where she's a millionaire. She wants to know what it means and to feel, knowing that she has access to all different resources, knowing that she's resourceful, knowing that she's abundance, and knowing that she's unlimited. And you don't have to attract anything because everything is already here. You just have to understand that you are already that which you desire, and what you desire, you have it. So the queen mindset is actually like feeling these desires, feeling this intention in your life to experience a different timeline, to experience a new identity. Now maybe you feel like, I want to experience working as a different job, and you are now being called, your soul is calling you to experience that reality, and you tap into it, and this is done, this is manifested, this is who I am now, I'm already that person. So you start moving from the end. You're not doing the things in order to get into the end result. You're actually doing the things that you've been called to do, the things that you feel like doing, the things that you actually want to do it. You're doing it because you already are the version of you. You already are the person that is, for example, a millionaire. So the things that you're going to do is just things that you feel like doing, like you want to do them. You just don't want to be laying in the sofa all day. Like you are already moving from, I'm already a millionaire, I'm doing these things because like the millionaire version of me, the identity is already doing these things. Like this is normal. I'm not doing it to get the result. The result is done. The result is given. I'm there. There's nothing to climb. I'm there. I'm just actually enjoying the experience of being this version. I'm actually enjoying the experience of being a millionaire. I'm actually enjoying the experience, the internal experience of being a millionaire, of being a content creator, of being a teacher, of being an athlete, of being whatever you want to be, whatever you are being called now to experience. Everything is possible. And the queen and the goddess knows that she's one with God, and there is nothing separating her from anything. So this means that everything she can imagine, everything that she feels, the enthusiasm and the excitement and the intention to experience, it's done. It exists now. She doesn't have to chase. She really goes in and she's like, this is mine. I'm this now. This is who I am now. It's a decision. It's a statement. Last year when I had big manifestations in my life, I just did this. I'm honest with you. I just did this. I was locked into this internal state of like all that money, all that job that I wanted in that time, all that travels that I wanted in that time. I recognize it. I am consciousness. Reality is at my command. Literally, if you go study quantum physics, the atoms, the particles that made the mass, the 3D, they are shape-shifted by your own observation, by your own decision, by your own mindset, by your own identity, the choices. You are collapsing timelines. You are collapsing waves into particles by your choices and by your decisions. And the queen knows this, and the goddess knows this, and she's not asking the permission of a TikTok tarot reader, even though sometimes I love them and I'm like, I don't need this. Like, Nothing. You don't need any confirmation, you don't need any sign. A goddess and a queen don't need any sign and any confirmation that she's in a different timeline or that she is now a different identity. She recognized that she is her own sign. She is a freaking confirmation. She knows that she decides, and that's it. That's it. Because the signs follow the your decision, not the other way around. Naval Gorda teaches this. The signs don't come before the shift, they come after the shift, they come after your decision. There's a synchronicities. So I think many of us for a long time, also including me, we've been like, yeah, I'm waiting for the sign, I'm waiting for the confirmation, I'm waiting for that and that. But the goddess and the queen, or the god and the king within you, if you are a man, knows it doesn't need that. You don't need that. You just need self-trust. You need to start trusting yourself more. You need to start putting your trust and faith, instead of being outside of you in a tarot reader, in you, in your choices, in your decisions, in your excitement, in your enthusiasm. And this for me is self-love. Like today, I literally do every day. Like I kiss myself in the arms and I say to myself in the mirror, I love you. I desire you. You are my dream woman. I really approve you. I choose you. And then I was like, this is not about just saying these things and just hugging myself and kissing. It's really about me allowing myself to choose and to live and experience the realities and the identities that I'm being called to internally. And knowing that I'm the leader. I am the leader of my reality. I'm the reality itself, and I call the shots. So this is going to be the video, the episode of today. I hope it did make sense to you. Let me know your thoughts, because I want to bring more and more on this. And I'm actually going to be talking and opening a mentorship calling Goddess of Your Reality. And if you would like to be part of, you can already comment down below. You can already DM me. I'm on TikTok in Margarida M. Leal, or on Instagram margarida.m.leal. So you can call me if you like to be part of this group mentorship of Goddess of Your Reality, of expressing your unlimited and your iconic self, because we are here not to play small. And I want to see in you your potential. I want to see you shine so brightly that you're going to look back at yourself and be like, I really did that. I really chose myself. I really, really went into this identity, into this version, into this reality that I always desire. And I now can see that I'm a god and a queen. I was always the goddess of my reality. I was always the queen of my reality. But now I'm really seeing myself as the goddess that I always desire to. I'm seeing my power. I'm taking responsibility. I'm making decisions that are the best for me. So let me know if you'd like to be part of it. And if you did like this video, subscribe to the channel and follow the podcast. And I'll be here very, very soon. Much love. You're amazing.